Falcons will be Kelly Roberts, the junior out of Hutchinson, and back deep will be Audsley and Pabin standing right at the goal line. The kick is high, and settling under it is going to be Audsley at the 10-yard line. He's to the 15, the 20. He's to the 25. He's got a hold of the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45, and it's actually Logan Pabin all the way out to the 35-yard line. Daryl, what a great return by Logan Pabin to give the Cats good position to start the second half.
45-yard line, Doc.
Yep, 45-yard line. So about a 35-yard return for Logan Pabin. Peru State leading this game 17-7. Their last win came on October 26th of last year. Lost the last three after going 7-1 to start the season. Shepard under center. Hands the ball to Aarons, actually to Morrison Smith. Eric Morrison Smith gets it all the way down to the 40-yard line to Friends. He gets the start in the second half. So 15 yards for another first down for the Bobcats. Looking down at the crowd, still a good crowd, Daryl, but they're all up in the seats with the backs on them. Nobody wanted to be down in the bleachers. Those are cold tonight.
Yeah, most of the people are. There's a few down front, but not very many. And I just lost my internet connection, so I'm not going to have any stats for a while.
First down and 10 for the Cats. Ball at the 40-yard line. Spearman in motion. Morrison Smith gets the handoff, and he's pushed back after maybe a 2-yard gain. On the tackle for the Falcons is David Johnson, sophomore out of Mesquite, Texas. So it'll be second down, and let's call it 8. The ball at the 38-yard line. Split to the far side is Frank. To the near side is Coughlin. We're in the veer. Spearman, the far halfback, left halfback, comes in motion to the near side. Back to pass is Shepard, and it's batted down. He was looking for Trombley, and it's batted down by Josh Lewis.
Yeah, once again, the coach's son does a great job for this team, only a freshman.
So third down and about 8 to go.
Incomplete pass makes it third down and 8 from the Friends 38.
So third down and 8, ball at the 38-yard line. As the Bobcats break the huddle with only 13 seconds left on the clock. Frank to the far side. In the slot this time, in the near side is Trombley. Coughlin to the near side. Shepard in shotgun formation. Back to pass. Here comes the blitz from Friends. He rolls out to the pocket to the near side. He's in trouble. He's going to run it and not going to get the first down, but he's taken down and hit out of bounds late, and it's going to be a late hit, and they escort the player back onto the field. It would have been 4th down and 5 from the 35. I believe the penalty is going to be on David Johnson.
3 different officials threw flags on that, and Shepard was out beyond that long white strip to the out of bounds before he was hit by the Friends defense.
He might have been hit by 2 or 3 players. They actually called it on Kevin Routon, a freshman out of Fuke, Arkansas. But, Daryl, there were 2 or 3 players that hit him after he was out of bounds. And you talk about not being able to stand prosperity. Friends had stopped the Bobcats. And instead, now it's first down and 10. It would have been 4th and 6. It's 1st and 10 with the ball at the Friends' 21-yard line. Frank and Coughlin, your wide receivers. They're in the veer. Trombley into motion. The ball handed to Morrison Smith. He gets down to about the 18-yard line before he's driven back. Pick up a 3 on the play. Looks like Mason Pauly in on the tackle along with Lewis, Josh Lewis. Also, Sequente Marks getting an assisted tackle. Second down and 6, ball at the 17. First possession of the second half. Peru State leads at 17-7. They started this drive on their own 45 after a long return by Logan Pabin. Shepard tries to hand the ball off, pulls it back, and he's taken down for a loss back at about the 18-yard line, loses about a yard. Tackle on the play by Trevor Wessel, junior out of Wichita. And it'll be another third down for the Cats.
You were talking about what the coach at halftime was about some money games in the NAIA. In the top 25 in the football this year, there's 3 teams with NCAA schools.
Third down and 8. Shepard keeps it himself, ducks it inside. He's down to about the 14-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 3. He gets it right to the middle of the field, and Connery's going to come in to attempt the extra point. Mason Pauly and Josh Lewis in on the tackle for the Falcons. Connery is going to attempt the extra point. It's going to be about a 31-yarder, Daryl.
And it'll be from that right hash mark again. Probably not the favorite spot.
Snap is good. The kick is up. It's long enough. And it is good. Bobcats go up 20-7 on the first drive of the second half. We'll be back with more after this timeout. You'll listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
It's fall, and what better time to get those last things done on the honey-do list? Burr Farms Machinery rents everything you need to help get them done a little easier, including high-lift equipment, skid steers, trenchers, mini excavators, and acreage equipment with attachments. Rent for a half day, full day, week, or month, and delivery is available. See Burr Farms Machinery west of Dunbar along Highway 2 for all your equipment rental needs.
Stay tuned for the Peru State College postgame show after the game on B103.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl in Peru, Nebraska. Bobcats up 20-7 after the 31-yard field goal by Greg Connery. That's his second field goal. His first field goal was a 34-yarder. Now he connects from 31. The Cats up 20-7, and Connery to kick it off. He's had 3 touchbacks this evening. And back deep will be Jesse Rogers. Rogers gets it at the 3-yard line. He's out to the 10. He's to the 25, out to the 28-yard line. And he is brought down there by Ruiz, Christian Ruiz. Some other freshmen out on the field. Nick Lechtenberg, the freshman from Omaha. Gunnar Orcutt out of Millard North out there as well. It's 11:28 remaining in the third quarter. Friends down 20-7. They will start on their own 29-yard line. Hansen on the pitch to Tyree Allen, and he's taken down by a whole group of Bobcats over about the 30-yard line. On the tackle over there, Watkins. John Drager chases all the way down there. Daryl, one of the things about the stats, we didn't have a chance to talk about this at halftime, but I think the interpretation of the official stats was different than my interpretation on the shovel pass. They did not call that a pass.
Right. Yeah.
They called that a touchdown run, but that's actually a pass. I don't know if the stats will get corrected on that or not. Second down and 9, ball at the 30-yard line. Trips to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. Hansen in shotgun formation. Throws it underneath. It's caught. Audsley, the first one to hit the receiver, and then Shane Lloyd all the way downfield. It's a gain of about 5. It was, and Nevada Harlan also in on the tackle. Sam Camp, the receiver, gets the catch. It's going to be third down and 4 with the ball at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Nevada Harlan, the player from Wichita, really excited about playing his hometown team tonight.
Darion Richardson trying to get the crowd pumped up. Trips to the near side. Wide receiver to the far side. Single setback is Tyree. Under center is Hansen. Calls his count, gets the snap, fakes the pitch out on play action. He's back to pass, rolls to his right, being chased by Matt O'Neill, and he cannot complete the pass. Pavin on the coverage, but Matt O'Neill was chasing him down the sideline. And, Daryl, when you see Matt O'Neill running at you, you better get rid of that ball.
Well, he did. It's really interesting how the Peru defensive line was keeping up with the Friends quarterback. Anyway, I was talking about the schools, NAI schools playing NCAA Division II teams this week. Our friends from number 23 Langston, Oklahoma, are playing Truman State of Missouri. So, yeah, Peru State back in its independent days had a little bit of history with Langston.
We had quite a day in Langston, Oklahoma. Reset back to punt, and it's blocked. It is blocked by the Bobcats. That was Cody Sullivan gets the block. He blocks it out of bounds, and the Bobcats are going to take over at the 15-yard line. And what a play by Cody Sullivan, Daryl. He was being blocked, and he came in with one hand. Remember, he ran into the kicker earlier.
On the other end, yeah.
Wow, that is a great play by the junior from Norris, Cody Sullivan. And you talk about payback, he's a punter himself. So he goes in and blocks Rachette, and the Bobcats take over first down and 10, 9:58 remaining in the third quarter. They're at the Friends' 15-yard line. Ball handed to DeAndre Mayo. He gets maybe 2 to about the 13-yard line. Josh Lewis gets credit with the tackle. He's been in on quite a few tackles, the freshman from Wichita. So DeAndre Mayo, the sophomore from Ocala, Florida. And the Cats would love to get 7 here. 3 would be good. That makes it a 3-score game. Actually, they could tie it with 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions with the field goal. So the Bobcats want to make it a 3-possession game. Shepard keeps the ball. He's inside the 10. Tackle on the play by Dominic Barba. And it'll be third down.
28, Tyrone Wright.
Also Tyrone Wright in on the tackle.
Dominic Barba.
Charlie, I don't see third down conversions in the stats on the DAC stats. Bobcats have had a ton of third downs tonight.
Well, they really have. Friends on a couple of drives did, but otherwise Peru State's been really successful. Hopefully on our game wrap-up, we'll have the third and fourth down conversions.
Ball's on the 10. Aaron Smith has it. He gets it down to about the 7-yard line. It'll be fourth down and 2. So will the Cats take the chip shot? No, they're going to go for it. In comes a couple of tight ends for the Bobcats. Andrew Robinson, the freshman from Imperial Beach, and Josh Lawton, the freshman from Aurora. It'll be fourth down and 2. The ball's at the 7. The mark to make is the 5. The Cats know even if they don't get in, they'll pin Friends deep. Bo Shepard under center, 2 tight ends, I formation. Turns and is driven back, and boy, they knew that was coming. Aaron Smith got the handoff. He's dropped in the backfield, and the Cats do not convert. So going to the wall one too many times with Aaron Smith. Friends saw it coming, and so they turn it over. Turned over on downs, and Friends takes over at their own. See where they spot that ball.
Right about the 10-yard line, Doc. That's where they're going to put it.
So they had a loss of 3 on fourth down and 2. 8:04 remaining, third quarter. Bobcats of Peru still lead this game 20-7 over Friends. They're in the offset eye. Hansen turns, pitches the ball to Tyree Allen. He's trying to take it outside, and he's got running room close to a first down out about the 20-yard line. Just got outside of containment.
Yeah, going to call him almost to the 29-yard line, about a yard and a half probably to go for a first down.
Yeah, about the 19, just short of the 19 or right at the 19-yard line, second down and 1. And Darion Robinson takes himself out of the game.
Second down and 1.
So see who takes Robinson's place. Looks like Alan Barnes in at this defensive end. Far side is Drager on the other defensive end. Second down and 1. Hansen has it. Hands it to the fullback. He's got the first down just across the 20-yard line.
Yeah, has it by probably about a foot.
Nehemiah Scott. So a fresh set of downs for the Falcons.
That's a first and 10 for Friends.
Ball at the 21-yard line. So the Bobcats chose to go for it on fourth down and 2 at the 7-yard line. Could not convert. In fact, lost 3 yards on the play, and Friends takes over. First down and 10 now for the Falcons. Ball at the 21-yard line.
It's the 7th first down of the game tonight for the Falcons.
Nehemiah Scott gets the handoff and goes nowhere. The Bobcats all jumping on the pile. Gets maybe a yard. Matt O'Neill is going to come back into the game for the Bobcats. Drager's at the bottom of the pile. Also at the bottom of the pile, Cody Combs. Nevada Harlan also in on the tackle. You almost could have called anybody's name who was on the field on that play.
Second down and 8 at the 20.
They give him 2 yards. That was a pretty tough 2 yards for Nehemiah Scott. He's 5'11", 225, senior fullback out of Wichita. Now Friends splits 3 to the near side and 1 wide receiver to the far side. And now Friends will have to burn a timeout as they had a late substitution, didn't know what was going on. We will take the timeout with them. You are listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Vanderveen and Garacki is proud to be celebrating their 15th year of business, serving Nebraska City, Plattsmouth, and the surrounding communities. Vanderveen and Garacki realized the importance of a strong community and know they could not have reached this milestone without the support of all of you. Vanderveen and Garacki is focused on providing you with sound tax and accounting solutions. It has been their pleasure to work closely with you, and they look forward to serving your needs for another 15 years and beyond. A sincere thank you from Vanderveen and Garacki, where everything adds up.
Back to more Bobcat football on today's best country, B103.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Peru State leads at 20-7. Looking at the KCAC Hack Challenge, Central Methodist is now up 35-16 early in the fourth quarter over Kansas Wesleyan, and Baker up 31-24, Daryl, over Sterling. So really the Hack doing pretty well in the challenge today.
Yeah, I'd like to mention last year that went 5-5. Actually, I guess great for both conferences. This is the last year they'll have it because of the conference expanding.
6:26 remaining, third quarter, second down and 8, coming out of the Friends timeout. Trips to the far side, and they pitch the ball back, and Allen's going to throw it. He's pounded as he's going to let it go, and they had triple coverage on the receiver he was going to throw it to. Drager hit him. Also in there causing the pressure was, I think, Devin Johnson. Is that who it is? No, Cody Piotrowski. Cody Piotrowski also putting on the pressure.
Yeah, I have Piotrowski for 4 tackles now tonight.
That was a halfback pass from Tyree Allen, and I think the Bobcats might have liked to seen him throw it because they had triple coverage downfield.
Another flag on the field.
I think it's going to be a substitution penalty, and it is on Friends. 12 men in the huddle. So they had a substitution problem a play ago where they had to take a timeout, and now they break the huddle with 12 players, which is a no-no. That's a technical football term there, Daryl.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't learned that one yet.
Third down and 13. Ball on the 18-yard line. Trips to the near side. Chris Allen, the lone receiver to the far side. Hansen in shotgun formation. He's got Tyree Allen standing next to him. Audsley playing press coverage. Now back to pass is Hansen. He looks for the receiver in the seam, and Cody Sullivan on the coverage. Falls harmlessly, incomplete. It was intended for Jace Glover, and the Bobcats should get some decent field position out of this one.
Cody Sullivan on the coverage. And the pass is incomplete.
So the ball is at the 18-yard line. Richette will be standing probably inside his 5 if they take the normal drop.
Third man, Logan Pavin, number 10 on the far side, and Tyler Audsley on the near side. Stand at their own 40.
And now the quarterback is still in the game, and the Bobcats are going to have to burn a timeout.
This is the same thing they did a little bit earlier. Peru State took a timeout, and they punted from the regular formation anyway.
4th down and 13. You don't think there's much of a chance they're really going to go for it there from their own 18-yard line.
Well, I saw it in a high school game a couple years ago in Trainer, Iowa. Trainer was something like 4th and 15 from inside their own 10-yard line and scored a touchdown. So, weirder things have happened.
Hashtag is B103 Bobcats for the Twitter feed, and Bobcat fans at B103.fm, our email address. So send us an email, and we would love to get your name on the air where you're listening from tonight. So Central Methodist and Baker both doing well right now. I'm scrolling down the Twitter feed from the KCAC. Missouri Valley trails 24-10 at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, that's just so surprising. Tabor must really be something this year.
Should have made a matrix, Daryl, beforehand, so I made sure I got all 10 games from the conference in. I know we had 3 or 4 earlier scores. So now On 4th down and 13, they line up in shotgun formation, and it's the pooch punt. And Audsley receives it at the 43, makes the first guy miss. He's back to the 45, the 50, the 45. He's to the 40, into 35, down to the 34-yard line. So Friends may have outthought themselves on that one. Tyler Audsley catches the ball over his shoulder, and what a return.
Quick field position, 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line of Friends University.
1st down and 10 for the Bobcats. I'm looking down the scores here, Daryl, and I think the only one I have not seen a score on today is Southwestern at Evangel.
No, I haven't seen any of them on where I'm looking either. I just have an update with 1:23 left in the game. It's Baker 31-30 over Sterling. Sterling tried an onside kick, and it went out of bounds.
DeAndre Mayo gets the handoff, and he's got about 5 up the middle from the 34 down to, actually only going to give him 3, down to the 31. So the Bobcats with great field position again. They started the last drive.
25-yard line, I believe, wasn't it, on the where the ball went out of bounds on the block punt?
It was 15, actually.
Oh, 15-yard line. That's right. And they got to the 7. They got tackled for a loss on 4th down.
So 2nd down and 7 for the Bobcats at the 31. Shepard on play action is in trouble, and he's going to be sacked out about the 34-yard line.
So it's going to go back to the original line of scrimmage. About a half a yard loss from 1st down. Be about 10.5 yards to go.
That was Mason Pauley again. 35, it's going to be 3rd down and 11. Spearman and Trombley enter the game. Cats going south to north, left to right in this 3rd quarter. As we go under 5 minutes, Bruce State up 20-7.
You mean north to south? I think you said
north to south. Going north to south. Left to right as we're up on the west side of the Oak Bowl, here high above the Oak Bowl in the new press box. Split formation. Shepard pitches it to Spearman. He actually fumbles the ball. Friends has it. They're at the 50, and he's got a wall in front of him. Cuts back at the 30. He's going to go the distance for Friends, picking up the fumble and running it back 60 yards for a touchdown was Terrell Scott, linebacker out of Georgia. And 65 yards are going to give him credit. And, oh, my goodness, Daryl, that is quite a turnaround in this ball game.
Well, and what was so absolutely incredible about it was the way the guy ran. He ran like a back. He outran some of the defensive, the backs for Peru State, the running backs. He outran him, he outcut him, he outmaneuvered him. And absolutely, you couldn't believe he was a linebacker from that run back.
We'll see what they ultimately call it. He had to be at least 6 yards deep in the end zone. So we're getting a call here. I think there was a penalty flag on the play, but obviously the Bobcats lining. Runner interference on the return. What was that called, Daryl? I've never heard.
I don't know.
Fumble recovery for a touchdown makes it 20-13. There was a sideline interference.
Oh, sideline interference.
On the return, they will
on Friends. So they'll be kicking off from their own 20-yard line. So the Bobcats, again, should have decent field position. But
except the ball itself stayed between the hash marks most of the time. It must have just been a Peru player pursuing the play that was interfered with, apparently.
Or the fact that the official was interfered with trying to get to the play.
Oh, that could be. Because the ball was right down the middle of the field most of the time.
So now in to attempt the extra point will be Kai Nixon, 20-13 after that dramatic fumble recovery.
That's 2 weeks in a row now. Fumble's been recovered for a touchdown.
And the kick is up.
Nixon's extra point is good.
It's good. 20-14. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Vanderveen and Garacki is proud to be celebrating their 15th year of business, serving Nebraska City, Plattsmouth, and the surrounding communities. Vanderveen and Garacki realize the importance of a strong community and know they could not have reached this milestone without the support of all of you. Vanderveen and Garacki is focused on providing you with sound tax and accounting solutions. It has been their pleasure to work closely with you, and they look forward to serving your needs for another 15 years and beyond. A sincere thank you from Vanderveen and Garacki, where everything adds up.
Back to more Bobcat football on today's Best Country, B103.
Welcome back. And what a play. Terrell Scott takes it 55 yards, they're going to call it. So the Bobcats had started that play 3rd and 11 on the 35 of Friends, and Shepard was trying to run an option, got the ball slapped out of his hands. Nixon hits the extra point. It's 20-14 Peru State now with 4:31 remaining. But Friends had a sideline warning earlier in the game. That time they got a sideline violation. That's a 15-yard penalty. That's a big penalty. I guess those referees don't like being messed with.
I guess they don't. And this could be good for Audsley if they actually kick the ball downfield.
So kicking off from the 20. Here comes the kick. It's a high kick. And Paben has it at the 25. He's to the 30, the 35, the 40. Cuts outside. He's to the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40. So the Bobcats, who have had the last 3 possessions start in Friends territory, Daryl, with nothing to show for it yet. They went for it on 4th and 2 and didn't score. That time they started at the 34 and had a fumble return for a touchdown. Now this time they start at the 40-yard line. So the Bobcats need to get points on the board here.
Yeah, 20-14 on the scoreboard, but Peru is out yardage Friends 223-138. On the stat sheet, it looks like a blowout on the scoreboard. It's a close game.
Morrison Smith gets the handoff. He gets about 5 on first down up the middle. Josh Lewis in on the tackle for the Falcons.
That's 58 yards now on 12 carries for Morrison Smith.
It's Morrison Smith spelling Aaron Smith here in the second half. Bo Godwin, Brueggemann, Miners across the right side of the front. Get the rest of the players after this play. They're again in the veer. Morrison Smith gets it down to about the 33 or 32-yard line.
Brueggemann has been having a tremendous game from that right guard position. He's been blowing his opponent off been pushing him backwards just almost every play.
Finish that line. It's Krautner and Hobart on the left side of the line. It's going to be 3rd down and 3, and somebody go get a lottery ticket with 3s. It's 3rd down and 3 with the ball on the 33 in the third quarter. 5 3s on the bottom of the scoreboard there.
Well, and 3:23 to go, so a lot of them.
Morrison Smith takes it. He's going to be short. Actually, Bo Shepard keeps it. He's going to be short of the first down at about the 32.
Yeah, I went with the fake, too. He got me on that one.
So now it's going to be 4th down and 2, and the Bobcats have struggled on 4th and short tonight, Daryl.
Looks like they're going to go for it. They're bringing a tight end, another running, 2 tight ends coming in. That's the same thing they did the last time they went on 4th down, and they lost 2 yards on it.
So Friends on 4th and short brings 11 guys into the box. You'd think maybe play action, if Shepard would have time, play action could be a killer here, although you don't necessarily want to throw it. Old number 32, given the week he had last week. Shepard pitches it to DeAndre Mayo, and he's going to be taken down short of the first down. As Reschette comes in, Derek Reschette. And so for the second time in this half, the Bobcats turn it over on downs on 4th and 2. And Daryl, the last 3 possessions of the Bobcats have started at their own. This half, their possessions have started at their own 45, at the Friends 15, the Friends 34, now the Friends 40, and they have 3 points to show from 4 drives starting in Friends territory.
Actually, negative 4 points to show because they had a fumble return for a touchdown.
So Friends takes over 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line, and the defense has to be tough here. Back on the option, Allen is in trouble in the backfield, and the defense looking good. They've only given up 7 points tonight. Crashing from the backside was Shane Lloyd, who hit Hansen right as he pitched it, and then Paben. And Paben's limping, Daryl.
Out there on a tackle.
Yeah, just this last couple of drives for the defense, or drives for Friends or Peru State's defense, has been able to penetrate really well.
So you lose 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11 as we go into the 2-minute mark in the third quarter. I formation for the Falcons. Hansen on play action, back to pass, has a receiver to the far side in front of the Friends bench. He gets about 4 yards out to the 35-yard line before he's run out of bounds by Paben. And it's going to be 3rd down and 6. And Daryl, Logan Paben is noticeably limping over there.
Well, he is. That's the 6th tackle I have for him tonight, but that's his first tackle I had down for him in the second half.
So Logan Paben, actually he was in on the last 2 tackles.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so this is the 7 tackles for tonight.
3rd down and 7, and obviously the forward progress stop. Clock continues to run. Minute 25 and running. Shane Lloyd flips to the far side. Back to passes. Hansen looking downfield, and he overthrows his receiver, and they call pass interference on the Bobcats.
And that's Paben was covering him. I don't know. From our angle, it didn't look like there was any contact whatsoever, but apparently the official saw something different. He was down ahead of the play.
I'm not surprised by the contact, but the ball was a good 10 yards beyond Chris Allen. No way was it catchable. And it's just a killer because there's no way that pass was going to be completed. But instead, Friends gets 1st down and 10 right at midfield.
10 for Friends University at midfield.
Minute 14 to go, 3rd quarter. Bobcats up 6, but Friends driving.
26 seconds left, and Baker still has a 1-point lead.
Under center is Aaron Hansen. Receiver now in the slot goes into motion. He's looking to throw to him and has him downfield.
He caught the ball out of bounds, I believe, Doc.
Cut the ball out of bounds. It was actually Shane Lloyd pushing him to the sideline. That was intended for Josh Wesley.
$516.50. Blue ticket, 0.
2nd down and 10.
Friends now for 8 for 19 in passing, just below 50%, a little bit below last week's success against Doane.
Thanks for contributing and helping.
Trips to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. Hansen, shotgun formation. Tyree Allen standing next to him. Lloyd showing blitz. Allen has it handed underneath on a draw play, and he gets about 3 yards. And underneath, Shane Lloyd and Nevada Harlan. 3rd down and 7, another big 3rd down conversion.
3rd down and 7 at the Bobcat 47.
So in comes their pass offense, their pass set. Probably 4 receivers. And Daryl, they broke the huddle with 12 players again that time. One player headed straight to the sideline. They didn't call it. Back to passes. Hansen on 3rd down and 7.
Intercepted.
Is intercepted.
Oh, he's got a Holly say he bobbled it.
Ben Watkins dropped the ball.
Broken up by number 14, Ben Watkins.
Luckily, he didn't get a delay of game penalty because in disgust, he threw the ball down on the ground, and Nevada Harlan ran over and scooped it up and handed it to the official. So 4th down and 7, and they're going to leave the defense on the field, but because they have, since they blocked the punt, Friends has not gone into punt formation. They have only done the short pooch punts. They'll send 2 receivers to the near side. Bobcats leave the defense on the field at 4th and 7. Tyler Audsley, the last time they did this, caught it over his shoulder. There's the pooch punt. It's going to bounce at the 17 and take a Friends bounce inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. 12.8 seconds left in the half. 3rd quarter, excuse me.
You might want to mention the Bert Swenson Award winners tonight were Jasmine Tate and Zach Lemke. Jasmine Tate from the basketball team, and great career for the Lady Bobcats. And Zach Lemke, we watched him up until last year here for the Peru State Bobcats.
We sure had fun watching Zach Lemke the last 4 years.
Oh,
my goodness,
absolutely.
was he a player. He is just an outstanding young man, and glad to see him win the Swenson Award.
I believe 2 different times he was our player of the game.
He was from Sterling High School, Sterling, Nebraska. Cats come out in the I formation, 2 tight ends, as they're at their own 8-yard line. Smith Morrison Smith gets the ball. He's out across the 10 to the 11-yard line before being driven back. And that's going to be our final play of the third quarter. The end of 3, Peru State leads it 20-14 over Friends. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this timeout. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
It's fall, and what better time to get those last things done on the honey-do list? Burr Farms Machinery rents everything you need to help get them done a little easier, including high-lift equipment, skid steers, trenchers, mini excavators, and acreage equipment with attachments. Rent for a half day, full day, week, or month, and delivery is available. See Burr Farms Machinery west of Dunbar along Highway 2 for all your equipment rental needs.
Sharp vision and a sharp mind go hand in hand. As you age, cataracts can contribute to mental decline and dementia, along with being the leading cause of blindness in people over 55. Scheduling regular eye exams with Lifetime Vision Center can help keep not only your vision clear, but also your mind. Contact Lifetime Vision Center in Auburn for a comprehensive eye health exam, helping you maintain a sharp vision and sharp mind.
Your home for today's best country and Peru State athletics. KBIE Auburn, Nebraska City. B103 and B103.FM.
15 minutes left to play in the Oak Bowl. Peru State leads it 20-14. Doc Wininger here with Daryl Obermeyer. And Peru State starts the fourth quarter, 2nd down and 7 with the ball on their own 11-yard line. Shepard hands the ball to Morrison Smith. He's still on his feet out close to the first down. It's going to be just short, I think.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to, head linesman ran in and they're going to call it first down.
Move the chain, so out to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, we have another Baker blocked a point after touchdown from Sterling, so Baker won the game 31-30 in this Hack-K CSC Classic. Then late in the fourth quarter, about 2 minutes to go, Mid-American Nazarene over McPherson 34-28. But still no word. You mentioned Southwestern, right? I haven't seen anything on Twitter from Southwestern.
Evangel. First down and 10. Shepard hands the ball to Morrison Smith, still on his feet, out past the 25. And Daryl, what the Cats need here is about an 82 or 92-yard drive that takes about 10 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, take about 14 minutes, 5 seconds off the clock would be nice.
7 on the play. 2nd down and 3.
2nd down and 3. Nice gain on first down for Eric Morrison Smith. Andre Jolly got the sack in the game. He was the Hack Defensive Player of the Year twice last year. Great linebacker for Baker. Aaron Smith now in the game. He gets the carry, and I think he's going to have a first down out to the 28, Daryl. And they do. They move the chains. So the Bobcats get 2 first downs in a row.
Number 44, David Johnson. Out to the
There's Chris Erickson with our third quarter stats. Thank you very much.
is a Bobcat.
First down and 10. Ball at the 29-yard line. 13:28 to go in regulation. And the Cats having trouble getting a play in, Daryl. They still haven't broken the huddle. There's only 12 seconds left. They're going to have to hurry to get this play off. 7 seconds as they approach the line of scrimmage.
Apparently it's going to be a short count down to 3.
2, 1. They get the play off. And Aaron Smith gets it for about a 3-yard gain, but they were lucky not to go back 5 yards there. They only got that ball snapped with 1 second left on the play clock.
They're calling it 58 yards, I believe, on that fumble for a touchdown.
Mid-American Nazarene beats McPherson. That's a final now. Second down and 6. They give them 4, so a 58-yard fumble recovery is what the final number was. Second down and 6 for the Cats. Shepard on play action, and the ball is batted away. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Batted down by Bryce Johnson.
Through the end of the third quarter, we have the official stats. 234 yards for Peru State, 144 for Friend. Peru State leads 13-8 on first downs. Bo Shepard, leading rusher tonight, 73 yards. His longest 45-yard run.
Third down and about 6 to go. Cats on their own 33-yard line need to get out to their own 39 to keep this drive alive. 2 receivers to the near side. The Cats are going now south to north. Shepard throws a shovel pass underneath the Spearman, and he's going to be taken down short of the first down, about the 37-yard line.
24, Marcus Spearman.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. They called that shovel pass on the stats a rush because they don't have Spearman down for a catch. They have him down for those yards as a rush.
So Cody Sullivan in to punt on 4th down and 2.
Cody Sullivan, 2 punts for a 45-yard average as long as to 47.
And now the Friends receiver, Jesse Rogers. Oh, no, that's actually Derek Richette. Pointing at the middle of the Bobcat line. They're going for the block here. He has no protectors back. Sullivan's got it. Gets the punt off. It's a low driving punt. Richette back inside the 15 to the 13 where he takes the punt, coming to the near side to the 20. And it's going to be taken down about the 25-yard line. So in on the tackle for the Bobcats were Christian Ruiz again and Alex Wessels. Alan Barnes also there. So Friends, 11:31 remaining in the fourth quarter, down by 6, gets the ball in their own 26-yard line. The Peru State defense has not given up a score since the 10:02 mark of the first quarter, but only lead 20-14 due to the 58-yard fumble return. They're in the stack I. And the second back gets it and taken down immediately. Nice tackle for the Bobcats. Hayden Wills.
And the clock keeps running. It's great that Friends tried to run on a few plays. Shane Lloyd is leading all tacklers for Peru State through the end of the third quarter. And he also has a tackle for a loss of 5 yards.
Give him a yard. 2nd down and 1. Ball at the 27. Split to the near side is a receiver. They're in a 2 tight end set with 3 backs. Stacked. The ball is pitched to the deep back, Jesse Rogers, and he gets about 4 yards out to the 31. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6, or 3rd down and 5. On the tackle for the Bobcats, Darion Richardson and Briar Burr. 3rd down and 6. Checking into the game is Christian Ruiz, and boy, has he been fun to watch on special teams. Maybe he can make a play here, Daryl.
Yeah, 8 tackles now also for Briar Burr tonight, along with Shane Lloyd.
2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. He steps back now, making the tight end eligible. Aaron Hansen to the near side. He's throwing deep. He's got Allen out there, and he's all the way down to the 30-yard line. Logan Pabin makes the tackle. But Chris Allen gets the big reception from the 31 of Friends all the way down to the Peru State 30.
Yeah, Logan Pabin on that tackle, but right there along with him was Shane Lloyd, was right downfield with the wide receiver.
Actually, it's going to be a bookend play from the 31 to the 31. So a 38-yard gain on the 3rd down and 7. Pabin running with Allen, but Allen able to make the catch. Under 10 minutes to go, 20-14, Peru State over Friends, and Friends now at the Peru State 31-yard line. Triple backs in the backfield in a 2 tight end set. Rogers gets the handoff, and he's got good yardage up the middle down to about the 24-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. I think Ben Watkins on the tackle. Actually, Briar Burr gets the tackle. Gain of 7. 2nd down and 3 to go.
Hope you didn't throw your tickets away. Nobody's claimed it yet. The winning split the top ticket number 074309.
Again, 3 backs side by side behind Hansen. Hansen hands it to the left back in the formation.
By number 41,
Jordan Menke, and he gets maybe a yard.
Yeah, just listen to Dale Thomas on Split the Pot. Nobody has claimed the pot tonight. So either a lost ticket or somebody went home to watch Nebraska, one or the other.
Quick, make me up a ticket. 3rd down and 3, ball at the 24. Hansen gets the play from Tyree Allen. who's come in. He's now the left back in the formation. Hansen turns. He hands it to Jesse Rogers. He's got a hole on the left side and a first down at the 21.
Yeah, first down by about a foot.
Briar Burr with the tackle.
I have Briar Burr now for
actually Tyler Audsley. They credit that one with Tyler Audsley.
21-yard line.
First down and 10 for Friends. They started this drive on their own 26. Just over 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Tyler Audsley, 3 tackles this evening.
I formation, 1 receiver in the game, 2 tight ends. That's Chris Allen. He goes in motion. And now back to pass is Hansen. He's got the receiver right inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line. And
which one of the 11 Bobcats did you give that tackle, Doc?
Looks like it was Tyler Audsley. Batista, the big tight end, gets the catch, and it's first down and goal for Friends at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, Audsley slowed him down. The rest of the team was there to finally. They had a hard time bringing him down.
Batista, 6'3", 255. Tyler Audsley comes in at 170. They're in the stack eye. Hansen now running option, pitches it back to Tyree Allen. He's got some space to the near side. He's inside the 5, and he is into the end zone. Tyree Allen in an 8-yard run has tied the game at 20 with 7:32 remaining in the game.
Tied at 20-20 with 7:32 to go in the ball game. On to attempt the
So 7:32 remaining, and the Bobcats are either going to be tied or down a point, depending on the extra point attempt here by Kai Nixon. It was an 8-yard run by Tyree Allen. The kick is up, and it is good. Friends goes up 21-20 with 7:32 remaining. We'll be back with more after this timeout. Listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Vanderveen and Garacki is proud to be celebrating their 15th year of business, serving Nebraska City, Plattsmouth, and the surrounding communities. Vanderveen and Garacki realized the importance of a strong community and know they could not have reached this milestone without the support of all of you. Vanderveen and Garacki is focused on providing you with sound tax and accounting solutions. It has been their pleasure to work closely with you, and they look forward to serving your needs for another 15 years and beyond. A sincere thank you from Vanderveen and Garacki, where everything adds up.
Now back to Doc and Daryl on the gridiron for more Peru State football on B103.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl, where Peru State now trailing for the first time tonight, 21-20, as Friends went on a 7-play, 74-yard drive. Culminated with the 8-yard touchdown run by Tyree Allen. And now the Bobcats have some work to do. They started 4 straight possessions in Friends territory and only got 3 points out of those 4 possessions. And that has come back to haunt them here in the fourth quarter now as Friends goes up 21-20 with 7.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, the flag's starting to shake a little bit across the field. Must be a little breeze now at the Oak Bowl.
Kelly Roberts with the kickoff. It's taken by Pabin at the 10 to the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, up the seam to about the 33-yard line before he's taken down. 34 is where they're going to mark it. And now I believe that's going to be a Bobcat penalty. Instead of starting at the 34, they're probably going to be at the 19.
Yeah, is that going to...
Down to the 34. We'll see what the flags are.
So it was a retaliation foul. There was a lot of stuff going on, but the guy I saw hit the ground was a Friends player. So instead of the 33 or the 34, the Cats are going to start. That is just a killer penalty. Christian Ruiz has made all those plays tonight, Daryl. Makes a bonehead play here for a freshman. There's no other way to describe that. So the Bobcats start on their own 19 instead of the 34. And that is a big difference.
And they'll start this drive at their own 19-yard line.
Cats trailing by 1, 7:25 remaining in the game. They need to go 81 yards here. Klontz split to the near side. I think it's Coughlin to the far side. Spearman goes into motion. Back to pass is Shepard, and he had Klontz open and overthrew him.
Yeah, probably 2 yards too much on that pass. It would have been complete right around the 50-yard line.
Second down and 10. Cats, for the second straight week, struggling to throw the ball tonight.
And for the second straight week, have slipped some in the fourth quarter.
14 unanswered points by Friends. They were down 20-7. The Cats bypassed a field goal on 4th and 2 to go up 23-7. And there goes Eric Morrison-Smith up the middle for a gain of about 10, and it's going to be another first down. Probably a turning point in the game, Daryl, was when they got stuffed on 4th and 2 with a 3-yard loss, and instead of going up 23-7, then they gave the ball up on downs. They have not scored since, and Friends has gone on to score 14 unanswered points.
Yeah, Peru State was on the 7-yard line of Friends and chose not to go for a field goal.
Eric Morrison-Smith up the middle for about 7.
When I was visiting with his mother, his girlfriend, and one of his best friends last week before the game, they said you're going to be saying his name a lot this fall, and it's sure the case tonight.
Again, welcome those people listening on the internet, including, I believe, Justin Fulton, listening from Philadelphia tonight. Had him in the booth last week.
Yeah, I was going to mention, he was one of our guests last week for the inauguration of the Oak Bowl.
Second down and 3, ball at the 36, and Morrison-Smith's going to be short of the first down into the middle of the pile, but he does have a gain of about 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
And timeout. No, they're going to call it a first down, Doc.
They are moving the chains. Again, the email address, if you want to get on the air, is bobcatfans@b103.fm. Hashtag B103Bobcats. First down and 10. We're about ready to go under 6 minutes. Cats break the huddle with 15 seconds left on the clock. They're at their own 39-yard line. First down and 10.
Mid-American Nazarene defeated McPherson 34-28. I don't know if we gave that final yet.
Eric Morrison-Smith, good for only a couple in the middle. And Daryl, Cats are, I think, planning to do it on this drive because they're taking a lot of time between plays. We're down to 5:40 to go.
Well, I wonder if they figure if they get in, they certainly don't want to give Friends time to get back down the field.
Second down and 8, split to the far side. Malik Pittman. He almost made a circus catch earlier. Second down and 8, Shepard under center.
Oh.
Penalty flag before the play or on the play. Let's see.
But they didn't stop it. Would that be against the defense?
It usually means lined up in the neutral zone, which would be good because the Cats went nowhere on that play.
No, they're going to mark it off against the Bobcats.
Still no call. They are going to mark it off.
Oh, it was against Friends, but they stepped it off against Peru.
The penalty was actually on.
But they only marked a 1-yard penalty.
Wante Baldwin. Second down and 3. Now, that would be correct. They were at the 41. They moved it out to the 46. So it's second down and 3. Ball on the 46. Underneath center is Shepard. Gives the ball to Morrison-Smith. He's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. When they go under the 5-minute mark, they started this drive with 7:25 remaining at their own 19.
2.5 minutes already on this
drive. They've run 2.5 minutes, and they've not quite to midfield. They've got 3rd down and 1.
3rd down and less than a yard.
Yeah, Dylan Brueggemann has really had a great game tonight at that right guard position.
Eric Morrison-Smith, the workhorse tonight from San Diego. He's got the handoff, and he's got the first down into Friends territory to the 49-yard line, just across the midfield stripe. They wind the clock. This drive is now 3 minutes old.
The ball is the 49-yard line. 1st and 10, Peru State.
In comes Marshall Klontz. And Marcus Spearman, and boy, They're taking a lot of time between plays.
Yeah, 2 tight ends just left and replaced with a wide receiver and a running back.
Cats going right to left, south to north here in the fourth quarter as we go under 4 minutes to play. They trail 21-20. And Malik Pittman has the catch inside the 40. Again, a penalty flag when the ball was snapped.
So I wonder if we're offsides again, maybe, friends, because they didn't stop the play.
No, the line judge signaled offsides to the referee.
We assume this will be declined.
So it'll be a first down for the Bobcats at the 38-yard line of Friends as Malik Pittman, the freshman, made a great catch there.
That's the 19th first down tonight for Peru State. Friends allows a lot of first downs. Doan was, 27 or 21 or something like that last week in their loss to Friends.
3:54 remaining. The Cats on the move. They wind the clock. In the veer formation, Aaron Smith, the fullback. Trombley and Spearman, the halfbacks. Smith has it inside the 35, still running down to about the 33. It's good for about 5 yards on first down.
I just looked up last week's stats. Doan was allowed 21 first downs, but only scored 7 points.
Miguel Rodriguez on the tackle. 10th play of the drive coming up, 3:29 and counting. Ball's at the 32, second down and 4. Cats down 21-20 on the move. Smith, the fullback, Aaron Smith. Trombley goes in motion. Aaron Smith has it, and he's going to be taken down at about the 30. He gets maybe 2. It's going to be third down and 2, and Aaron Smith did a nice job to get those 2 yards, Gerald.
Well, yeah, he backed off. If he'd have gone straight ahead like it looked like he was going to, he'd have been tackled for a loss. He backed up, moved to his left, and went around his blocker and was able to make 2 yards.
2:55 to go. Third down and 2. 2:44. Cats down 1. Every Friend Falcon in the box now on third down and 2. Bo Shepard keeps it himself, and he's got a first down to the 26-yard line. And this has just been a punishing drive by the Bobcats.
First down, number 19 for Peru State. Down to almost 2 minutes. Well, here is, 2 minutes, 20 seconds, 21-20 on the scoreboard. Now it's 2s on the board.
There it is, 2:22 to go. First down and 10, ball at the 26-yard line. Aaron Smith, the fullback, they're in the offset I. Now they line up in the I formation. Shepard under center. Hands the ball to Smith. He hammers forward down to about the 21-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. And now there's going to be a timeout taken. Who's going to take it? Friends takes the timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Starting college at a big university is not the right fit for everyone. That's why many students spend their first 2 years at Metropolitan Community College. You can earn credits in nearly 150 general education courses, then transfer those credits to a 4-year university. And credits at MCC are nearly a third of the cost. Get started today. Go to mccneb.edu/firstchoice. Classes begin December 1st. Metropolitan Community College, 40 years of excellence.
Stay tuned for the Peru State College postgame show after the game on B103.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Right at 2 minutes remaining in the game, Friends has taken the timeout to maybe try to preserve some time, Daryl. It's second down and 5 with the ball at the 21-yard line. And the Cats got this drive started with 7:25 remaining in the game at their own 21. And you figure they're just going to keep hammering the ball away.
Yeah, Peru State, two tight ends? No, just one tight end and two tight ends. They have 2 tight ends set and 1 wide receiver.
2 tight ends set. They're in the I formation. Shepard has it. Gives it to Aaron Smith, takes it to about the 20-yard line, and Daryl, the band played all the way through that play.
That's right.
They stopped the game earlier for the band. Minute 48, and Conry may be asked to win this game, or to attempt to win this game, because the Bobcats are letting it run down. A minute 37 to go.
Yeah, I think if Shepard, Peru State was set up. I think if Shepard would have kept that ball, I think he might be able to run for a first down.
Bobcats are going to let this run all the way down. There's 9 seconds left on the play clock. They have not broken the huddle yet. Now they're coming up to the line of scrimmage with 3 seconds left. And they're going to take a timeout. 1:17 remaining in the game. We'll take a timeout with them and be back for the end of this game. Bobcats trail 21-20. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Managing your business and personal finances can get complicated. You have questions and hope what you are doing is right. At Roger Livengood & Associates, we provided quality business management and tax services for over 45 years. We offer year-round financial counseling, management of ag or corporate accounts, do payroll, reporting, and bookkeeping services. If you have questions, contact our office in Auburn, Nebraska or Rockport, Missouri at 402-414-4293 or visit us at liveandgoodtax.com.
Stay tuned for the Peru State College postgame show after the game on B103.
Let's set the scene for you. It is 3rd down and 4 for the Bobcats. They're at the Friend 20-yard line. There is a minute and change left in the game. Right now the timeout clock is on. It's 21-20. The Bobcats trail, and it looks like they're going to set up an attempt for Greg Conry, the junior field goal kicker out of Harlan, Iowa. 1:17 left. Cats come out. 3rd down and 4. They need to get to the 16. They're at the 20. Shepard hands the ball to Aaron Smith. He's going to be short at the 18. It's going to be a 35-yard field goal attempt for Greg Conry. If, in fact, they decide to kick the field goal. They're at 1 minute and counting, and Friends has taken their final timeout. Conry is going to come on the field, Daryl. Let's keep it here. Friends takes a timeout. Conry last week missed from 39, but tonight he is good. He's hit 2 field goals already. He is good from 34 and from 31, and this would be a 35-yarder. He's got plenty of leg. The Cats got it inside the right hash mark.
That similar spot, of course, it was on the other end of the field. It was going south. His other 2 were going south, this one going north. But this is a similar spot compared to the hash marks like his second field goal was this evening.
So,
I'm sorry, Mr. Mackey, we didn't get that message.
So Greg Conry, 1:03, Daryl, is going to be the game clock. So even if Conry makes this, there's going to be plenty of time for Friends. So Barnes is your snapper. Marshall Klontz will hold Conry, and it's going to be spotted right at the 25-yard line, just inside the right hash mark. Conry takes his 3 steps back, his 2 steps to the side. They wind the clock. Here comes the snap. Snap is good. The placement's good. The kick is up, and it is good! The Bobcats take the lead 23-21 with 56.9 seconds left. Oh, my goodness. The junior Cyclone from Harlan, Greg Conry, kicks it right down the middle from 35 yards, and now the Bobcat Blue Shirts have to go to work.
Who in the heck? Billy Conley from Harlan, Iowa.
Wow. Conry, who missed his only field goal attempt last week, is 3 for 3 tonight. None bigger than that one. 56.9 seconds left.
Oh, yeah, we just heard from Chuck Knight, too. He's listening to us tonight on
20-yard line.
On B103.
Hello, Chuck. 35-yard field goal. This is a great game here tonight by Greg Conry. 23-21. Bobcats up, 56.9 seconds left. And Daryl, Friends passed up a field goal attempt earlier because you remember that extra point looked pretty weak. I'm not sure they have a real strong field goal kicker.
Yeah,
they may have to get this way down the field for a shot.
Well, and no timeouts left. I mean, that's the thing. Friends has got to do this without a timeout. They'll have to use the sidelines.
So Jesse Rogers stands at his own 5-yard line. Conry, who's got to have some adrenaline flowing, just nailed that 35-yarder. Waited extra long on that call because we didn't want to miss that one, and neither did Greg Conry. Here comes the kick, and it's a big one. It drives Rogers back through the end zone, and so Friends is going to have to start out on their own 25, and they ran a second, 1.6 seconds off the clock, Daryl. I don't believe that the clock should have started.
No, I don't think they're supposed to run the clock until somebody actually touches the football.
And I believe, nope, they're telling the Bobcats get off the sideline. I don't think anybody noticed that, Daryl. It's Lincoln in reverse, if you remember that game. So Friends goes to work. Shotgun formation for Aaron Hansen. He's back to pass. Flips it out to the far side, and it is overthrown. Chris Allen, the intended receiver, and Tyler Audsley on the coverage. Had a shot at an interception, couldn't pull it in. 53 seconds remaining, second down and 10 at the 25. And, Daryl, that was all the way out the 45-yard line. That Chris Allen's quick. He got down the field
he
fast.
It only took 5 seconds off the clock. Maybe they're just making up for the fact they ran a second and a half off when nobody touched the kickoff.
Second down, 4 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Empty backfield for Aaron Hansen. He's back to pass, rolls to the near side, throws it underneath, and his receiver is bobbling the ball, but he has it. They call it a catch at the 35-yard line.
Be just short of a first down. I think they're going to call it about the 34-yard line. It'll be second down.
Be third down
and 1 yard to go.
He was bobbling that ball, Sam Camp, when he went out of bounds, but they gave him the reception. Third down and 1. 47.4 seconds to go. Shotgun formation is Aaron Hansen. Back to pass. 3-step drop. He throws it across and it bounces. It's going to be fourth down and 1. Oh, my. They're out of timeouts. Friends is fourth down and 1. Ball at their own 34-yard line. Darion Robinson telling people to get up, and get up they do. The Bobcat faithful is up. What will they do here? They only need about a foot for a first down. Will they hand it to Tyree Allen, or will they go to the trips on the far side? Aaron Hansen rolls to the left, has a receiver underneath all the way out to the 45-yard line. He's got it. Briar Burr with the tackle there. That was Sam Camp. They convert on 4th and 1. The clock winds, and there they spike at 32.8 seconds left.
Yeah, no timeouts left for the Falcons this evening.
So right now the defensive backs have to keep those Falcons in front of them. Bobcats have to put on a rush. 32.8 seconds to go. A lot of personnel changes for the Falcons. Camp comes out. He's been a pressure receiver. Where's Chris Allen? Find him. Logan Pavin's got coverage on him. Split backs. Aaron Hansen. Shotgun formation, play action, back to pass, looks across the middle, and it is intercepted. Briar Burr breaks it up, but can't come up with the pick. 27.5 seconds to go.
Yeah, big, important pass breakup for Peru State College.
Boy, if Briar Burr can pick that one, then this ball game's over.
I want to remind you, we had the interview with Chelsea Olga before the game started about the Youth Cheer Camp, October 11th. Here at Peru. Check-in starts at 9:45.
Third down and 10. Trips to the near side. They're at their own 45-yard line. Friends has the ball. Aaron Hansen back to pass, and he misses his receiver in the seam. It's going to be fourth down and 10 with 23.1 seconds to go.
Yeah, Logan Pavin once again had a pretty good chance of interception there, but he was in coverage, and he needed a cut to intercept that pass.
It's come down to this. Peru State 23, Friends 21, 23.1 seconds left in the game. Friends has the ball, fourth down and 10 on their own 45-yard line. 12 seconds left on the play clock as they break the huddle. 10 seconds.
How many games were there like this last year, Doc, with these Bobcats?
Trips to the near side. One receiver to the far side. Hansen gets the snap. He's got time. He looks across the middle. It's caught, and he's taken down by Nevada. Harlan fumbled it. He is taken down a yard short of the first down, and the Bobcats are going to win this ball game. Oh, my heavens.
Well, Nevada Harlan just had a big play there, and he was so excited about this game, being a Wichita boy himself.
So, 17.1 seconds to go. one kneel down away from snapping a 4-game losing streak and going to 1-1 on the season.
And beating the number 19 team in the country.
You talk about a great setup for Heart of America Athletic Conference play. This Friends University team, as Coach Schneider said, offensively will remind you of Benedictine, defensively of Missouri Valley. The Bobcats go into the victory formation. Bo Shepard needs to take one more snap. He takes the snap, and Friends cannot stop the clock.
Peru State was 0-2 last year on the NAIA Game of the Week, and this year they get a victory.
7 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Peru State Bobcats win the game tonight, 23-21 over the 19th-ranked Friends University Falcons in front of a great crowd here under the lights at the Oak Bowl. We will be back with our post-game show after this timeout. You are listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
American National Bank is a locally owned and managed bank that has been a part of the community for over a century. Although we've grown over the years, one thing has never changed: our focus on providing customers with exceptional service and convenience.